In the last video, we talked about the Home tab and specifically all of the options under the clipboard, font, and alignment groups. Today we'll master the number, styles, cells, and editing groups. Quick wins you'll use daily. Let's start here with the number options. The goal of this tab is to format the data to your needs and make it more readable. In the number format dropdown, we have a few options on how to calibrate your text. For example, we can use General, which has no specific format. Then we have Numbers, and this one shows our text as a number with decimals. The next one is Currency, and it adds a money symbol. Accounting is also money, but aligned nicely. And to be honest, I have never used it. Date shows date. We have the short and long version. Time shows your number as time. The percentage option multiplies by 100 and adds the percentage symbol. Text treats everything as text. There are also fractions and scientific buttons. The last thing is the More Number Formats option. In there, you will have a lot more types of each of the options. Have a look at it, play with it a little, and find out yourself which ones can be useful. Then we also have separate quick buttons. The first you see here is for currency, with a drop-down option for the most used currencies. The percentage button to show your text as percentage. The comma button adds thousands separators and makes the numbers easier to read. And the last two here are the increase and decrease decimals. They give you the option to increase or decrease the amount of decimal points in a number. The styles group will have a separate video on its own in the correct time, especially the conditional formatting button and all of the options hidden there. This is a real gem and gives you rules for formatting numbers and even text to be represented with a color scheme, data bars, icon sets, and many more. You can set your own rules and save them for later, which is great and speeds up future formatting. In my opinion, the only option worth mentioning here at this stage is the highlight cells rules. What this allows you to do is to highlight specific numbers, for example, greater, less, between, or equal to, with a specific color. All of those options work at the end in the same way. You just have to choose what type of formatting you need. Let's make a small table with simple numbers and show this option. We have here a set of numbers, and we want, for example, all numbers higher than this to be marked green, all numbers equal to this to be marked as yellow, and all numbers less than this to be marked as red. And there we go. Very simple and nice color formatting. The next option is Format as Table. A part of all the wonderful visual table options at our hand, when we format a text or a set of cells as a table, Excel now knows this is a real list, not random cells. Rows get colors so data is easier to read. Small arrows in headers let you sort and filter instantly. Excel treats the first row as column names. If you write a formula once, Excel fills it down automatically, and many more options. We will dive into it in a separate video. The last visible option here is the Styles button. It is as simple as the name states. This is a prefixed formatting set. It will allow for quick formatting of all the selected cells. You can of course create your own new cell styles and save them for later. They will be visible even in new documents. The next thing is the cells group. We can see here only 3 buttons: Insert, Delete, and Format. The first 2 are pretty self-explanatory, and you just need to play with them a little bit. In them, we can add and delete cells, columns, and rows in different combinations, on the left, right, above, and below. The most important and complicated option in this group is the Format button. In it, we can resize the height or width of the rows and columns. Use AutoFit, which is a cool option because Excel, after using it, adjusts the rows or columns to the size of the text which is inside them. Very useful. Then we have the hide and unhide option. Very often you don't want to delete a column or row, but at a specific moment you just don't need to see them. Here is where this option shines. You can hide the columns, rows, or even the entire sheets, and unhide them whenever you need them again. There are also some options to organize your sheets. Here you see the rename, copy, and move option, or you can give it a specific color in the bottom sheet option to differentiate it from others. The last group of options for today that I want to touch on briefly is the editing group. We can see here the AutoSum button with a drop-down option. This is a very intuitive and helpful button that, as you can see, has some prefixed and ready for a quick use functions. Just pick the place where you want the result to be, choose from the drop-down menu a function, and then select the data. A very quick win. The great part about this is that, like with every Excel function, if you change the data, the result will be automatically recalculated. The fill option is a tricky one. Let's leave it for a longer video just on this topic. What you need to know is that in here we have some intelligent autofill options, which, based on the provided data, fill some cells automatically for us. We will definitely get back to this at a later stage. Then we have the clear option. As the name suggests, it has a few possibilities like clear all, clear formats, content, hyperlink, etc. Try it out on some practice Excel data. The remaining options are quite complex, so I'll save them for a separate video where we can focus on each one individually and dive a bit deeper into them. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you soon.